Good afternoon, thank you. My name is Isabella Gama. Oh, sorry. The Gama. This is for... Okay. Thank you. So, today I bring you a preview of a research project on the use of stitching in parchment conservation. Parchment and stitching have an intimate connection since the very making of the sport. These repairs are recognizable by the punctured gelatinized appearance of the skin when sewed while wet. The holes become elongate through drying under tension, and the surviving threads are usually coarse, often leaving grooves in the skin. During the life of documents, stitches were applied to repair cuts and straight tears, to infill areas with material loss, or as a research to annex elements into the volume. The type of thread and stitching patterns varies. Because this stitch resists for so long, it's possible to affirm that stitching is durable technique and compatible with parchment. So this one is the integration of elements. And we have also decorative stitchings, embroidery, and most make with silk. So in the 80s, Barbara Giuffrida and Anthony Cains reflected on this practice, together with some interventions by Roger Powell. These studies remain the main source of information on this technique. In the 90s, Nicholas Pickwood described the accordion effect created by the combination of thread and parchment. As relative humidity rises, parchment tends to expand while the thread contracts due to its torsion, and vice versa. During my research, during a research residency in the Spanish Heritage Institute, followed by Carolina Ortega, we could carry out an aging test. The aim was to stress the mechanical system formed by stitching and observe how it might affect the parchment. The most relevant results were silk proved to be the most compatible and respectful thread, leaving no marks on the sport. Short segments of stitching are preferable since they limit damage if the thread breaks. And fully overlapped parchments may create microclimate chambers between them. Following the experiment, we proceed with the conservation treatment for the Libro de Sentencias. It's a large legal register preserved in Mallorca that came to be restored in the Spanish Heritage Institute. And it was the idea binding to restore using seams. Because more than 15% of its original parchment binding had been lost. It was about flexible binding, originally without adhesives. In addition, Mallorca's climate is a serious challenge. Relative humidity average is 72%. Use the stitch, provide a stable joint, allowed the book and the spine to remain flexible and could be reversible in the future. So this is how we did it. It's on progress work, but we did like a process to follow, and I want to share with you. So the most important thing is diagnosis, carefully study of the tears and losses, and how the parchment behave under gentle tension. The choice of materials, a fine unbleached silk or linen thread was, in this case, silk, was selected together with a thin needle and a small wall to perforate the skin with minimal intrusion. Marking is also important. Perforation points were traced along the tear, always respecting the natural orientation and tensions lines of the skin. Stitches were applied in short segments with very low tension. The choose technique was overcast stitch, which follows the edges and secures it without pulling. The seam was checked to ensure that there was no puncture, curling, or excess pressure on fragile edges. Images and notes recorded the stitch pattern, thread type, and precise location create a reference for future conservators. And we also did a chromatic reintegration. The new parchment was toned with a natural outer cone dye solution to harmonize visually with the original. So this is how it is now. It's not covered in the book yet. And just closing remarks. Stitch is not a universal solution, but under the right conditions, it can be safe, effective, and an ethical choice. It provides mechanical stability, minimal chemical interference, and good reversibility results. Thank you for following the thread. Thank you.